Hi, everyone. Okay, wait for some of you to join before we start chatting. Hi, guys. So, obviously, there's a few new things coming out in the news, being reported, being talked about. Hey, Andrew. So, just wanted to look at some of that with you guys. I have just been sort of in the rabbit hole myself of just being so shocked and so surprised and just reading things and looking at videos and watching old interviews and listening to her music and all that kind of stuff. So hi Lisa. So I'm just curious if you guys are doing the same. And I'm reading just her recent Instagram posts, and it is so horrible. And that's why I wanted to just kind of come together again. Tonight, we said we would. There was a bunch of you on last night, and when the news broke, and I went live right away. So, I'm just very, very, very bothered by the whole thing. Very upset, as I know that most of this community is. Um, and when you think about it, each generation in their family lost a child. It's sorry, excuse me. It's horrible when you think of it in it's horrible when you think of it like that. Thank you. When you think of it in that way, that Vernon lost Elvis, Lisa Marie lost Benjamin, and then Priscilla has now lost Lisa Marie. It's crazy. Just so crazy. And I've just been watching so many of the clips and things like that. And, you know, um, like this one clip that I just found is when they were arriving for the evening celebration of Elvis's birthday on Sunday night, and she really just looked like a shell of a person. She just did not look well at all. And there's so much speculation right now about her, her past, and obviously we've seen a dramatic weight loss from June until now. She got very, very thin. Um, she looked a lot more frail, and so obviously in the news they're talking about her prior addictions and stuff like that. So you know not that any of that matters. I think that she was really struggling, and I think she really could not um um I think that she really could not process it. And I also don't think that she wanted to process it. I think that she, you know, didn't want to believe it was her reality, to be honest. I read her essay on grief. I read that again last night and then again today. And something that I just found so um sad is how she talks about the pain that her and her daughters are dealing with. And she talks about the pain that they're dealing with, that they've lived through in losing her son, and how she said, her words were, it detonated and destroyed our lives. And so it's so sad to me that now her daughters will go through another loss like this again, and and their worlds will be detonated again. So I just find that really shocking. Just, really sad that they have to now navigate this and process this. Riley also released a statement today to Good Morning America that Lisa Marie will be buried at Graceland, right next to Benjamin, which I think that we all could have, you know, suspected would happen. So just a really crazy day watching media coverage on this. Different articles come out. And I don't know about you guys, but it's like when something like this happens, you go down that like rabbit hole, right? And you start just like watching the old interviews and stuff like that. So I was doing that. Oh, James, I'm so sorry for that. You've gone through a lot this year. My goodness. Um, I'm okay. I just have a little, not even really a cold. I just sneezed a couple times. I'm okay. But this has just been really, really crazy. So, that's exactly right. When you go through losses, you have to really just, as you said, Andy, live your life to honor those you lost. So, James, I hope that that helps you get through the losses that you've suffered recently, because that's a very good perspective to have on it. It is. If you guys want to type some stuff in the chat. Maybe some things that you saw or read or, things that you've watched. You can share them. Oh my goodness. But I wanted to come on live again because, yesterday there were so many of you that wanted to come on here and talk again and be together again. So, oh, Lisa, that's very sweet of you. Very sweet of you. I know I jumped onto the stream because I just felt like this community just, oh, that's a good idea. Let me see if I could change it. There we go. Oh, that's very sweet, James. That's very sweet. And I love you guys. I was reading some of the celebrity messages for Lisa Marie. Well, that's so true, Carrie. It's just so sad. Let me see. Let me see. If I could find them. That's true. Oh. Take your time. We'll be here. Oh. Okay, so let's read some of these. Um, Billy Corrigan of Smashing Pumpkins wrote, "There's heartbreak and then there's sorrow. This would be sorrow and on more levels than I can count. Please send your prayers out for her family and children at this difficult time. I truly cannot find the words to express how truly sad this is." How he's feeling or thinking after. I'm sure that Austin Butler is really having a tough time with it. He seems to have grown really close to the family, and I'm sure that he's very affected by it, extremely. Leanne Rimes wrote, "Lisa Marie Presley, how heartbreaking. I hope she is at peace in her dad's arms. My heart goes out to her family. Too much grief in just a couple of years." Let's see. I heard that Michael Lockwood has the twins, Harper and Finley, that they're with him and that he's released a statement saying that he's focusing on them right now and, you know, just trying to be there for them and give them whatever they'll need through all of this. Um, Rita Wilson honored Lisa Marie on Instagram, saying, "We are heartbroken over the loss of Lisa Marie Presley, absolutely broken." Um, Linda Thompson wrote, "My heart is too heavy for words." Jennifer Tilley, "So sad about Lisa Marie. Oddly, I was just at Graceland yesterday and took this picture. The guide was telling us that sometimes she would have dinners in the dining room, and once she had a party for her friends in the plane named after her. Rest in peace, sweet soul." Shirley Ann Manson wrote, "Utterly devastated to learn of the hideously premature death of a surprisingly sweet, fierce, generous, talented, and painfully vulnerable Lisa Marie. I will treasure you always in my heart, girl. Thank you for your kindness. May you now be granted peace." Pink wrote, "Oh, this one hurts my heart. Lisa Marie, you were one of a kind. Funny as shit, smart as a whip, sensitive, talented, witty, mean, loving, generous, judgmental, but always right. Loyal, and you adored your children. My heart breaks for you and your beautiful family and your children. The world lost a rare gem today. May your soul rest in peace, friend." Leah Rimini um, wrote, "Thinking of and praying for Lisa Marie Presley, her three daughters, and her mom." Diane Warren, "Oh no, this is such horrible news. The entire world is sending love and prayers to Priscilla and Lisa Marie's children right now. May it give you strength." Octavia Spencer, "So sad that we've lost another bright star in Lisa Marie. My condolences to her loved ones and multitude of fans." Sean Cassidy, "Sending all of our love and prayers to Cilla Presley and her family. God bless Lisa Marie." Brett Michaels, "My deepest thoughts and condolences go out to the family, friends on the loss of Lisa Marie." John Travolta, "Lisa, baby girl, I'm so sorry. I'll miss you, but I know I'll see you again. My love and heart goes out to Riley, Priscilla, Harper, and Finley." Just really terrible. Really, really terrible. Um, so I don't know if you guys have any questions or want to share any of your thoughts and things like that. Um, I don't think that we'll listen to any music tonight, but I think that we'll do that another day this weekend. But right now, I think it's just still like too raw and too soon for that. Um, it's just, hi, Glenn. Oh, I'm so sorry to hear about your stepmom. I'm so sorry. Oh, I'm just reading some of the messages that have been tweeted out by celebrities on their thoughts. Geraldo Rivera wrote, "Just terrible to hear. of the passing of Lisa Marie, Alice's only child. My deepest condolences to her family. This is awful news, and I'm so sorry for Priscilla's loss. um, oh, of course, Nikki. Oh, Brian, I'm glad. I'm glad. Corey Feldman wrote, another person I shared deep emotion with has passed away. This is so sad and shocking. Lisa and I spent hours on the phone as she was divorcing MJ. Her son Ben was like a little brother to me. So much loss, so much tragedy in their family. My heart is with the Presleys. From the brief few hours we spent talking, I sensed she was a beautiful, powerful woman who wanted to make her own rules. We also had our differences in later years, but only because she loved her son so deeply and couldn't stop his pain, nor fix her broken. Hmm. Yeah, it's just a very let me see, you're saying the Lisa Marie news has the same feeling as the Elvis passing did. Yeah, I think it's just made like shockwaves around the world. I just think it's so um unsettling and just so horrible. And it's just terrible. I think everybody thinks about the loss that her family has gone through and the grief that they've had to face. And now there's so much more grief now in just such a short time. And that makes it just more, so much harder to even process. You know, I don't know. I think that, if she knew how many people loved her, she should have. But I think that there's such um, a balance when you grow up in the spotlight like she did and with a father so famous as he was, that it's like she carried this weight with her, you know and I was watching some videos of her younger, and I was just thinking, she just always looked like she was, you know trying to find who she was. And I think that when you're trying to live up to being like a parent that was so well loved, so well known, so widely loved, then, you know, I think it makes it even harder to sort of find yourself and make your own mark and feel like you're making your own mark, even if you are. I think it's just hard to feel as though you are. But I think that she absolutely felt the love of the fans. She said on Sunday that the fans are the only reason she would leave the house lately, right? She hasn't left the house. So I believe she felt the love and everything, but I felt that it was also, sometimes instead of like diving into that love, I think that it was also like she would put up this wall. Like, if I let you too close, then you may feel that I'm not my father and you might not love me as much as him. And that scared her. That's just like my observations. And I think that maybe, maybe Benjamin had that too, possibly, you know, um, that there were these huge shoes to fill, this huge persona to live up to. And I think it's just really, really awful. I think that it's, um, just as we said, truly a shock and devastating. And yes, the burden of her son's death was, you know, just too much for her. I truly believe that too. I remember when he first passed, um, I believe that Michael Lockwood at that time was worried about her well-being, and they didn't get along very well from what it seemed like. But he had, I believe, filed for custody of the twins because he didn't think that she would be able to um, refrain from relapsing again at that time. He thought that that she would you know, clearly go down that path, and and it appears that, she did, and it's just so horrible, horrible. Mhm. Oh, wow, really, David? You spoke with her? Wow. Yes, I think that, experiencing the success of the film really did mean a lot to her. I think that, she said herself, she said it took her 5 days to process it. And she loved watching her daughters watch the film, and she felt that she had, that they experienced Elvis in a way that she had never seen before through the film, which I thought was interesting. Um, you know, and and I think it's just, um, I'm sure she wanted to be there for her daughters, but the grief was just probably too overwhelming. In her essay that she wrote, she said how, she fights every day to hang on. She fights every day to keep, her words were, to keep going, that she fights every day to keep going. And, that some days, she doesn't feel like she wants to, but the only reason why she does is because, um, of her girls. So I'm just like thinking of, the girl so much, and of course Priscilla too. But and that's right, addiction and mental health issues, they take over, and you can't process the same way. You can't see things in a clear perspective. So it's just a life of torment at that point. Yeah. Yes, that's true. Um Yeah, it may have been everything was heightened, and, I mean, I think that you could see from her appearance that she didn't look well, right? Leading up to those events, but maybe then trying to get through those events were even harder for her, and, and then that's why. So, yeah, I can't imagine how, Austin, Boz, or Jerry Schilling are, handling any of it. Um, yeah, David, tell us more if you saw her in person there, what you observed, sort of, how was the sort of energy there? Um, you know, but the good thing is that, like you said, she got to see the movie, she got to see a whole new generation become exposed to Elvis, and really, learn about him and love him. There's so many, kids in the younger generation that don't even, know about Elvis, but the movie began, to change that and made him a household name again. So I think that that's really, was really nice for her to see that. I think she loved it, honestly. Hmm. Hmm. Yeah. Yes. So, David, you were there. You said she looked very thin and unwell, but you thought it was just depression. Yeah. Yep. Um, was she there for a while? Was she there for a short time? Yeah, it is. It's going to be, I'm sure, very, very hard for Priscilla now that it's 2 dates so close to each other like that. Yeah, and that's something that I said last night too, Carrie, that, you know, she was the what everyone felt was the living connection to Elvis, right? And so I think that's why the community will have such a hard time processing it because that's his daughter, and you can only imagine how heartbroken he would be, and it's just very, very sad. So she looked similar to others I know who suffered from congestive heart failure. Was she taking any medicines for such a condition? Bill, I don't think anything like that has been reported yet. Larry Gatlin's interview, I haven't, but I will look. Um, oh, the whole ceremony was quite short, but she stayed for quite a long time to visit with all the fans. She signed so many autographs. Oh, oh wow. And David is in a wheelchair and she had them part so she could get to you. That's really lovely of her. Wow. Yeah, I think that this is, a wake-up call as our events that happen like this so many times, and people talk about it for a little while and then the conversation just goes silent again. But, it's important to check in on someone if you think that they're struggling or if you think that they have, mental health issues that they're battling. You have to call them, you have to reach out to them, you have to go see them, just visit them, just make yourself present for them, um, and try to give them the help that you can. Um, you know, it's so sad. Oh, she was working on new music. Wow. Wow. Yeah. That does. That story that you told, it shows that she had Elvis in her, completely. And very, very, amazing memory for you to hold near and dear. That's very special. Oh, oh wow. Wow, you even got to give her something that you made. Wow. That's so sweet. Very sweet. Gonna see if there's anything else I can find online that's been released. Let's see. Bye, Kenny. See you soon. That's right. Her pain is, um, she's at peace now. She's no longer in pain. And but the pain for her family has just been so amplified. Nicolas Cage spoke out and said, Lisa had the greatest laugh of anyone I ever met. She lit up every room, and I am heartbroken. He called the news of Presley's death devastating. He added, I find some solace believing she is reunited with her son, Benjamin. Yes, many people are uncomfortable talking about it, and many people feel that it mars, and that it takes away from honoring someone, honoring someone when they pass away. But I don't think that that's the case. I think that bringing awareness to it, to the reality of it, and instead of ignoring it and acting like that's not what happened, um, are, you know, if we don't talk about it, then I think we're doing a disservice, you know? Yeah. Yeah, she did look, you know, gaunt at the Golden Globes. Dolly Parton released a statement saying, Priscilla, I know how sad you must be. May God comfort you at this time. Elvis, I know how happy you must be to finally have her home and to have her back with you. Lisa Marie, may you rest in peace. We all love all of you. Very sad. Oh, goodness. Yeah. Yes. Yeah, Dolly's statement was really heartfelt and very moving. Yes, David, I am on Facebook. My Facebook is, you can find me, Danny Atkinson, on Facebook. Mhm. Oh, goodness, goodness, goodness. Very, very sad. Very sad. Oh, absolutely, Lisa. You can be a mod for me. I can't set it up until after this stream, so you'll be a mod on the next one. And thank you so much. Mm. Of course. Thank you, Lisa. That's so sweet of you. Okay, let me see. I can find it. In my settings on. Oh, got it. Oh, wow.
What's your name? Nice to meet you. Where are you from? I'm just going out. Can you take it? Yeah.
Oh, wow.
I personally fell. Yeah.
Oh, wow. This is a video. I'm not going to share it, but unless David says it's okay. But from when David met Lisa Marie, and that's your mom. Wow, that's amazing. That's amazing. Wow. So just I'll show it to the screen a little bit. Here's a video that David sent me from Sunday. He actually met Lisa Marie, and you actually hear her say David's name and everything.
What's your name?
She's holding the hat that David made.
I'm just going out. Can you take it?
Wow. And that's the hat in her hand that David gave to her. So that is pretty incredible. I mean, you have wow, such a memory there. That's just unbelievable. So and she seems so sweet. I mean, wow. Wow. Just incredible. Just incredible. Oh, thank you. You didn't have to send anything. But David, thank you for sharing that with all of us. That was really, really amazing. Oh, Andy, I'm so sorry for that. No, there was never anything, you know, negative about her character in the news ever, in the media, never ever. But what a special moment. I'm gonna save that video onto my phone as though it's my own because it's just wow. That's just you're very lucky that you get to have that memory. You really are, you know, very lucky. Well, guys, I'm really happy that we're all getting together for this to share stories and thoughts and all of that. I think that it's important, like I said. And I think that if you're ever struggling with mental health, with depression, with loneliness, with grief, with um, anything, that you should reach out to someone. You should seek support in whatever way feels best for you. And I think that that's something that is really important to talk about at times like this. And just know that there is a way out of the pain and the struggling. And there are people that can be there for you. And um, that's why I think it's important for us to come together like this because, you know, you can't just say that and then, not offer your time, your support, your love, and your comfort to others. You know, you have to really give it and you have to really act on those things if you say them. So that's what I try to do here with this community, sort of just like practice what I preach in that sense. And and that's why we're going to come together. And we're not going to you know stop after today either. So I will be live through the weekend to touch base with you guys, to see you guys. And I love you all so much. Have a great night. And yeah, go lightly, my lovelies. I love you guys.